What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another Royla Lee video. This month I have the new collection, which is the Botanical Rhapsody set. I also have a duo, and I also have the 8th Alzheimer Awareness Polish. I have the Shimmer's Group Custom, and I have the PPU Rewind for July to share with you all at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's dive in. First up is Wild and Beautiful and Drenched in the Sun. This is described as an orange base with orange to gold microflake shimmer. This one really packs a punch in terms of opacity and how it builds up. I'm going to suggest 2 coats. That's really all you need. Anything beyond that's going to be overkill. You may need a glitter smoothing top coat, not so much that it's textured, but because it's quite thirsty with all this flake action. And this is quite a chameleon. I think it has a gold lean to it, kind of on the like a duochrome type side. In brighter lights, dimmer lights, it's going to take on more of that gorgeous glowy type of amber appearance to it. This one did stain my falsies, so just PSA, if you have porous nails or falsies like myself, use a good base coat. May the Flowers Remind Us Why the Rain Was Necessary is a violet base with strong aqua to purple to pink shifting shimmer. This is a cousin to Panda Painter in that it is basically that without the added holographic flakes. I thought it looked really familiar when I applied it, and Panda Painter is probably one of my, I don't know, probably my top 3 wildflower lacquer / Royla Lee polishes. It's so pretty. This is straight up multi-chrome action. It is glowing good, excellent opacity. I'm going to suggest 2 coats. Go in careful on those brush strokes to prevent any potential streaking and use a good glossy top coat. I Am Out with Lanterns Looking for Myself is a blackened indigo base with pink, orange, gold, green shifting shimmer. This is on the softer side in terms of opacity. It starts off pretty light. I was thinking it was going to be almost like a milk bath type of appearance, but not quite. As you go up in coats, you'll see it gives a almost pseudo-like opacity that the shimmer itself is what's going to be covering up your smile line. With that said, as you can see in the very bright lights on my full hand shot here, you can sort of see through my falsies. In person, I don't think it's that noticeable, but if you do have a prominent free edge, perhaps wearing a blurring base is going to be recommended here. I'm going to suggest 3 light coats and a glossy top coat. Play Among the Stars is a black jelly base with red to black micro flakes and silver reflective glitter. We have I don't know, I want to classify this one as being a straight up almost hybrid in topper to full coverage polish effect. On that first coat, you can see how well it would go over pretty much any color, as the base is a true clear. And then everything else giving you opacity as you build it up is going to be, of course, those flakes and the reflective glitters. Now, this applies like a true reflective glitter finish in that you'll want to use the texture from your previous coat to get that next coat to stick on. Maybe wait like a minute or 2 between your coats for best practice and just slowly build it up like butter on toast. I went up to 3 very thin coats. I'm going to caution you, 3 super thin or 2 lighter coats is going to be your friend here. And of course, you'll need a glitter smoothing top coat and a glossy top coat together. Hum of the Bees is a watermelon red with orange, gold, green shifting shimmer. I was pleasantly surprised with how much I liked this one. I tend to typically shy away from warmer type of red colors, but that's not the case with this one. It starts off almost pinky in how warm it is on the first coat, but on the second coat, it packed a punch. It gave excellent opacity and lots of glow with this kind of red on red to gold type of action. I think my macro shot gives you a really good idea of that. I'm going to suggest 2 normal coats and a glossy top coat. Some years are for growing, but this year is for blooming, is a green leaning teal base with orange to gold shifting shimmer. So I would have to say, May the Flowers Remind Us, and this one would have to be probably my 2 top picks in the release. This is very pretty, and while it does have a teal base, you can kind of see on my C curve there on the outer edges that there is that lean, but overall the shimmer kind of plays up a bit of color theory, and we're getting this more almost limey type of appearance. It is very pretty. I'm going to suggest 3 light coats on this one. Be mindful of your brush strokes. It's not very strong in terms of that, but just let the paddle brush do the work for you, and use a good glossy top coat to amplify and plump this one up, as it does dry down really flat. To Plant a Garden is To Believe in Tomorrow is a light blush pink with pink to gold shifting shimmer and subtle linear holographic effect. I think this would have to be my third pick out of the release. It's very dainty, it's elegant, it's got that princessy type of appearance to it, and it's almost palette cleansing in this true, what I consider a true blush type of base color. This one also has a somewhat crelly type of formula to it. I'm going to suggest going into light coats with it. Just let it slowly build up. It does have an excellent self-leveling factor, so it leans a touch more on the cream side as you go up on your coats. Do 3 thin coats if you have wide load nails like myself. Those of you rocking shorties probably could get away with 2 normal coats with it. It dries down semi-flat, so any top coat is fine. And like the moon, we must go through phases, is a clear base with pink, orange, gold, green shimmer and silver reflective glitter. This one is kind of up there with the previous soft shimmer that we've seen. This is essentially going to be a touch more in your face with those reflective glitters going on. I'm going to suggest 3 light coats with this too. Very much like the black to red multi-chrome action we saw recently a few polishes ago. I think this is going to be very much similar in how you're going to apply it. So 3 super thin coats, glitter smoothing top coat, and a glossy top coat. This is another one that I think, as you'll see on the Will It Topper segment shortly here, that it will also translate really well as a topper. And then moving on to some miscellaneous polishes we've got, starting off with the duo. This is a duo with at I Have Nails. This first one is MILF, Man I Love Frogs, a maroon jelly base with aqua to blue crystal flakes. This type of base itself is what I would consider a true jelly. Depending on if you want to stop at 2 coats or 3 coats, it's going to be pretty different how strong and deep and dark that base color comes out. With that said, I chose to do 3 very thin coats here. You may want to use a glitter smoothing top coat, as those flakes would give you just a touch of thirstiness with it, and a glossy top coat, and you're good to go. If you choose to stop at 2 normal coats, just be mindful, again, true jelly, so it's going to be a touch lighter. Frog Around and Find Out is the other part of the duo. This is a blue base with gold shimmer. This is very, very strong on the shimmer factor here. Easy to build up to opacity as well, though I chose to do 3 thin coats with it just based off of what I was seeing off the first coat. So some of you with nubbins, yeah, you probably could get away with 2 coats on this one too. This will also dry down on the flatter side. As you can see between the coats there, it is pretty forgiving on brush strokes, even for being such a strong shimmer bomb, but still I floated the flat brush on my nails to prevent any potential streaking whatsoever. But again, it's very forgiving. 10 of Twinkles is this year's 8th Alzheimer's awareness polish. I will have charity information for this in the description box below if you'd like more information. You can also find it on Royla's website too. This one is described as a vibrant cerulean blue base with pink, orange, gold, green shifting shimmer. I would have to say this is probably my 4th favorite, 3rd or 4th favorite. This and the pink are kind of fighting for that spot. This is such a lovely base color. It's a strong shimmer bomb going on here too. It does behave very much like a jelly though. So even building it up to 3 light coats, I thought you could definitely see through my falsies. So if you have a prominent free edge of any type, again, use a blurring base or nude to your cream. Coruscate is our Shimma's group custom for July. Thank you so much, Taylor, for doing this for us. This one's described as a fuchsia base with red to gold microflake shimmer and scattered blue to purple microflake shimmer. So we've got a larger particle style of shimmer going here, which is one thing I really love about the finish itself. Depending on the particle size, you can get a totally different look, and it's still considered a shimmery type of factor, if you will. Now, I went up to 3 thin coats with this, and this is one of those polishes, every once in a while I do it, I instantly regretted doing 3 coats. So do not do it like me, do 2 normal and you're just fine. This is so strong on opacity, so no need to do 3 thin coats. Just do 2 and use a glitter smoother and glossy top coat, as this will leave you quite flat and thirsty in how it dries down. And last but not least, as promised on my PPU video, I have the Rewind Polish for Polish Pickup. This will only be available through this month's pre-order, so make sure you grab it. Mighty Mouse outside of Chicago is a berry base with pink to orange shifting shimmer. This is glorious on opacity. It's vampy good. If you don't have it, you don't want to miss out on this. It is just chef's freaking kiss on that formula. If you go in heavy-handed, I could see 1 coat. It'll be a 1 coat wonder. I'm officially dubbing it that. But Even polishes like this, I typically will do 2 very thin coats just to get it nice and even and plumped across my nails. This will dry down really flat, almost mattified, so use a good glossy top coat to kind of amp up that shimmer appearance. And we're going to wrap this up with the quick Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. Drenched in the Sun, of course, passes the test. Keep in mind it's very tinted. May the Flowers remind us is beautiful over black. I can't see it working anywhere else. I Am Out with Lanterns definitely passes the test. I think you could get quite creative with it. Play Among the Stars, same thing. The Hum of Bees works over dark colors, and I would dare say deeper, darker reds. Some Years Are for Growing also works really well too, and I could see over matching black. To plant a garden, I would not recommend. I think you're kind of dehorning a unicorn here. And Like the Moon, I think this one also passes the test too. MILF, yes and no. Please keep in mind this is a rich colored jelly. Frog around and find out. It does work over black. I could see this maybe working over cobalt too. Tin of Twinkles, yes, it does over black, but you're not doing it justice for that beautiful base color. Coruscate, yes, over black, but it is so opaque, I wouldn't recommend anything else. And same disclaimer for Mighty Mouse Outside Chicago. It is too pretty. Why would you even do that? These are currently available up for pre-order right now on the site. As you're seeing here, there's a ton to check out. Don't miss out on these, especially that PPU Rewind. It is so pretty, and Coruscate too. So make sure you're grabbing all that. We've got some other additional polishes here. We've also got Wildflower Nectar, which is what I call, it's basically not just cuticle oil, but you can use it in your hair and your body too. We've got the Rainbow Bridge, which is a charity polish as well. And we have a couple of previous releases too. So there's a ton going on this pre-order. It's going to run until July 20th at 6 p.m. Central Time. Don't miss out. The orders are going to be shipping 3.5 weeks from that date, including any non-pre-order items. I will link you all below to this website to get in there before the pre-order closes. And I'll also link you to Royla's Facebook group if you want to join that and get updates from Taylor, all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.